Hello again. Let's just get into it. Today's video is all about some big boys, okay? Basically, the idea with all of these guys is that they're just big fat guys that'll come in and they'll just be a bit of a nuisance to try and kill. And with the introduction of these more hostile creatures, I thought it'd be cool to also show you that the game has day and night now. These guys will only spawn at night, so basically you're safe during the day. At night, so it's going to be a little bit more dangerous. Not unlike some certain other games. This is definitely a completely original and creative idea. The first one I've got to show you is just the standard brute. He's just going to spawn in the plains biome. I know I said the plains will be safe, but he's relatively harmless. He's just got a big HP pool. He's basically just like the set standard for what all the other brutes are going to be. All he is just a big blob.
Did you just call me blob? No.
I unfortunately don't have much to say about the standard brute. He just kind of runs up and hits you and is a bit of a pain to kill. I do, however, have a lot to say about the next one. Now imagine this, right? You're making your way through the forest. You're trying to say get back to your house. It's in the plains, but you're trying to work your way back. But in the dark, you can just barely see this glowing pair of green eyes. This is the wolf brute. Now, he's in the forest biome because I thought it'd be a pretty cool idea to have the brutes, you know, sort of mirror other creatures that spawn in that environment. So, you know, obviously the wolves spawn in the forest biome, so naturally the brute wolf should also spawn there. Now, this guy's a bit different, and I'm really happy with it. Because, you know, compared to the other brutes and other NPCs in general, his vision is a bit narrower, so he doesn't have great vision. However, he can hear you. If he hears you, you'll be able to know his like, you know, idle animation will change and he'll react to whatever noise you make. I would highly advise stealth early game, so you can sneak around him. You know, like I said, poor vision, so just try to avoid line of sight and don't make too much noise and you should be good. But if he does find you, he's going to start chasing you around, much like other NPCs. He, however, has a unique attack. What he's going to do is he is going to, you know, occasionally, very rarely, he will stance up, line himself up with you, and jump at you. Now, this jump attack is not necessarily hard to avoid. I might make it more difficult to avoid depending on how I feel. This is only the forest biome after all. I don't want you know, it to be unfair. But if it does land, it does do a good chunk of damage. Now, I would like to say, most of my stuff, I get the models and animations from, like, you know, the Fab Workshop. And this isn't different. Like, these models are still from you know, I've still purchased them. However, the jumping animation is my first attempt at animating something myself. Let me know what you think. You know, this, like I said, this is my first time animating something ever. I'm probably gonna go back and polish it up because I'm not incredibly happy with it, because for some reason, you know, in the animation sequence, like, the feet clearly, like, on the ground after he lands, but then in practice, for some reason, he doesn't do that. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to go back and fix that. The next brute has got a little bit less going on, but I still think he's pretty cool. We've got the dragon brute. Now, the dragon brute, he doesn't have particularly poor vision and he can't hear you, so he's a bit different from the wolf brute. He does, however, have a projectile. What projectile?
I cast fireball.
So yeah, basically, you know, if he sees you, occasionally he will and lob a fireball at you. I also made the fireball spinning animation myself. This one I'm a lot happier with than the wolf jumping one, so I'll probably keep this one as it is for now. Now, this next brute, you know, he may look familiar. That's right, it's your favorite minor nuisance from another survival game, except he's ditched the bow and he's hit the gym. Now, this guy is also pretty standard, much like the standard brute and the dragon brute, but he's gonna do a fair bit more damage because he is in one of the later sections of the game. And, you know, quick question. How do you kill something that's presumably already dead? You don't. So basically, you know, if you quote-unquote kill him and you leave his body there for too long, he will come back to life. There is a way to prevent this. All you have to do is go up and harvest this corpse before he can come back to life. But, you know, that may or may not be hard depending on other things that may or may not be chasing you. Alright, so far we've covered what's in the plains, forest, red forest, and the snowy waste biomes. You're probably wondering what brute is lurking around in the desert biome. Well, it might be a bit different from what you're... Hey, give that back! Get back here! Okay. So, as you can see, at the moment, at least for the time being, the desert doesn't have a brute counterpart, but what I have added is this little menace. So basically what this guy will do is he will run up to you, and he will punch you, and when he hits you, he will take one of your items at random. He won't take like a full stack, he'll just take like one thing. That could be anything in your inventory. And then after he takes it from you, he will run away. And you will not get your item back until you catch him, kill him, and take it back. Alright, well, that's all for the moment. I'll see you guys. Alright, fine, I'll talk about it. So yeah, obviously, haven't really gone over much in this video. Probably wondering why it took so long, and you might be thinking that it was the animations, and those, you know, it did take some time to figure out and get something I'm relatively happy with, but that is not it. Truth be told, I've just been busy, so I haven't been working on the game, and so that's why this video is late. Unfortunately, at the moment, this is not my job. This is more of a passion. But if I did want to be able to do this full time someday, releasing one video every 2 months and then following up with some shorts isn't really gonna do it. I have been, you know, sort of toying around with the idea of making some other videos on this channel. Mostly just channels where I rant about something for a couple minutes. Obviously it's going to be video game orientated. Basically where I just, like, you know, I pick a game, I give my opinion around something in that game, very minimal editing, something that I can just check out like every 2 weeks maybe. And then, you know, that will hopefully appease the algorithm so that all of my videos as a whole can reach more people. At the moment, I'm thinking about doing, you know, I've got ideas around, you know, a Marvel Rivals video. I've got ideas around a Dead by Daylight video. Both of those ideas revolve around the balance in those games. So let me know if you want to see that. And I may or may not make them. Like I said, just something that I can throw out there. So, but other than that, I have also released a teaser for the other game that I'm working on. It's the secret project that I've been teasing at the end of every video. So check that out. I'll leave a link to it at the end of the video. Other than that, have a good day, eh?